Hey, Phillies. It's your host, Emo Stevo here. Yes, I know you're expecting Jumbo Stevo. He's on paternity leave. I'm his alter ego. Typically only come out after depressing losses. And boy, did we have that today. But first, let me bring out my co-host, Lenny.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a week to be an Eagles fan. Oh, it's exciting.
Yes, baby! Go Birds!
Exactly. Fly, Eagles, fly. Go to victory.
Fight!
Yes! Holy shit! Are you back?
I'm back, baby. It's Jumbo Stevo!
Ladies
baby!
and
What
gentlemen.
it do, baby?
Holy
I am here,
smokes.
guys. Sorry, my alter ego took advantage of me for a minute. You may or may not see him later in the pod, but let's hope Jumbo Stevo stays and stays for good. Okay? But, Lenny, you're right. It is time to talk about the Birds, and what a freaking week they had this week, baby. It was draft week, officially let Howie cook week, and oh my, did Howie cook.
Man, Howie is the greatest magician on earth.
He is.
And the greatest chef on earth.
Mm-hmm. And we're not talking about Chef Thomas, our G League prospect, because like I said before, we had a new chef in town this week.
Yes, sir.
And his name is Howie Roseman. Now, first, we will get to that. Firstly, what do we have to talk about, big guy?
First up, we got AJ Brown.
People call him Swole Batman. I call him Swole Bratman because that man is a brat. But continue, big guy.
Contract extension. The team and him himself agreed to a 3-year, $96 million extension, including $84 million guaranteed.
Cha-ching!
Holy shit! By the way, the $32 million is the highest per year average for any wide receiver in league history. But tell me this: does he deserve it?
Yes, Mr. Swole Bratman does deserve it. After breaking the NFL record last year for most consecutive 100-plus yard games, I mean, I'll tell you what, when he's not bitching on the sideline and crying to Mr. QB1 Hurts, when he's actually performing on the field, he's dominant, right? So, love the signing. Now, I agree. I love the stat, Lenny, bringing up how he's the highest paid receiver at the moment. This could change. He just set the bar.
That is true.
He set the bar. It quickly changed after Hurts got the bag. But I'll tell you what. I'm cool with putting AJ Brown, putting the pen on the paper, sticking with the Birds. I love this guy, but honestly, this was important, but not the only signing we had this week, Lenny.
No, sir.
We have indeed. Uno Mas.
Oh, let me talk about former first rounder, Guy Benton, from the Jets.
Now, listen, many of you guys may have not heard this guy, and to be quite frank with you, I didn't hear him either until this week. Now, yes, like Lenny said, he signed a 1-year deal with us and was previously a first-round pick in the 2020 draft. I believe he went 11th overall, or maybe 13th, around that range. Could be wrong.
I think you were right with 11.
I think it's 11th. Yeah. Speaking of AJ Brown, number 11. But anyways, 11th pick. Incredible addition for Camp Stoutland, baby. I mean, this guy is also a masterclass, like Howie Roseman himself at his craft here. And this guy got the talents. First round pick, has the capabilities to be a starter, and guess what? He doesn't even have to be a starter. He's going to sit behind Malata and Johnson, back up tackles, add some depth in this offensive line.
Dude,
pick up, in my opinion.
6'7", 363 pounds.
Yep.
As soon as he passes his physical on Monday, he'll officially be in Stoutland University. Holy smokes!
And that's quite the university. And there's no better university to attend in the
Nothing's
NFL.
better than that.
Nothing. So, absolutely amazing. But that's all the signings we have for this week. It's time to move on. And quite frankly, we didn't have much to talk about this week except for how in the world does Howie Roseman keep getting away with this, Lenny?
Bro,
how does he do it?
He robbed the NFL. Like, that's all I gotta say. Absolutely fleeced them.
You know what I saw on the draft? Howie went into the casino, showed up, money in his pocket, right? went to the table, put all of his chips in, and guess what? He
What?
got dealt pocket aces, the best fucking hand in the draft, and came out with double the money. Okay, this man cashed out. He pulled up to the draft in a shiesty and robbed the league. Should be put in jail, federal prison for what he just did to the NFL. Right, Lenny?
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God, absolutely fleeced so many teams. My
Unbelievable.
respect. Oh, no respect goes out to them. Howie did everything right.
No shame, no game, baby. Go big or go home.
Exactly.
And listen, it was a great draft for the Birds. A lot of trades for the big guy, right?
Oh, dude, 8 trades.
Yeah, that's an NFL record, tied an NFL record.
Tied. He's tied with the 2018 Patriots and the 2023 Texans.
Now, I will say this: we need to do the walk of shame at the end of this video because we were both wrong. We are both tonight's big losers. We did not get either of our predictions right.
I'm still going with Nate Wiggins from Clemson.
I'm going with Arnold. Lock it in. My prediction, I thought I was going to be right with Arnold still on the table. Like at 22, I was like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. My ego took over, and I was texting Lenny back and forth. I'm like, please just take Arnold, please. But that didn't happen, Lenny.
As much as I do not like to agree with this, my pick was completely off the absolute charts.
It was
not even close.
It was off the face of the earth.
As soon as the first round, the 10th pick, the 11th pick, the 12th pick, as soon as it was closer to our pick, and I saw that Steven's pick was still there, the only hope that I had.
It was it was really close and really comfortable for me until it wasn't. And Lenny, what ended up happening?
Well, the Eagles' first round pick, the number 22, they got an absolute beast of Quinyon Mitchell. Whew.
Yo, listen, if you blink your eye, you might miss him. His 4.33 40-yard dash. What a cat we just got on defense, baby. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, this guy's going to be a pest. He's going to be on you like glue. Okay? So, yeah, get ready for that, baby. Howie made a very uncharacteristic move by not moving this draft. Dude stayed stationary, right? Like a wagon without wheels, unable to move. And it worked out and paid dividends for us late in the draft. However, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, but by the way, me and Steven had a couple text messages regarding me because there was rumors that he was actually going to move up in the first round.
Yeah, I heard he was making calls left and right. He was active on the phone earlier that day, and I'll tell you what, he shocked the world not moving up. But honestly, it paid dividends late in the draft, which we'll talk about. But not only did it pay, we got the guy he wanted.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you want to speak on Mitchell first before we get into late in the draft? This guy's a beast, by the way. But I'll let Lenny help me out with this one.
First of all, let me tell you something. He is quick. This man is the Flash. Mm-hmm. This man is an actual eagle. Mm-hmm. Just quick, lightning.
Yep.
Holy shit. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. His quick recovery and playmaking is absolutely beautiful, by the way. This man, his tackling, especially with the speed that he has combined. Steven, no offense, but if you try running for him or after him or something, let me tell you, he's going to chase you. By the time you take up, he's right there in front of you.
I mean, I will say, people do say, like I said, I am a slim reaper out on that field. But
yes,
I'll tell you what, he will reap my slim ass. Yeah, he will.
Be right in front of you.
Yeah.
Let's just say this guy's he's pretty built. You know, development over the years is going to happen, but he's already pretty built for his speed, for the person that he is right now. And I'm actually excited to see him. But what else you got for him?
Yeah, I agree. He is physically, he's in terrific shape, and like you said, he's just a cat. He's fast, dude. Like I said, 4.33 40-yard dash. Could be wrong, but I'm almost certain that was the best out of all the corners. Like Lenny said, dude, just lightning speed reactions, especially in zone. Like I had mentioned, with Arnold, he's very similar. He is very good for Vic Fangio's system. Loves the zone. He plays very well. His ball hawking skills are A tier. I mean, he can track down a ball very well. You know what I mean? Just reads routes very well. Like, I mean, he's fast. You know, he's going to break off routes. Terrific. Like I said, really good size. There was one big question about him. He played at Toledo. Was not going against the best of the best, you know, as far as the competition at receiver. But I'll tell you what, he put those accusations night in the Senior Bowl, guarding the best of the best receivers. And this draft class had some pretty good receivers. And guess what? Not only did he guard them, he stuck on them. He played man to man, which was one of the things that he was critiqued a lot. And guess what? He did not give them any breathing room. He was in their personal bubble, to say the least. And yeah, he really shut that shit down. And yeah, he played phenomenal. So I love the pick. I think he fits the system very well.
He's a really humble man, as you can tell by in the draft. He's just humble enough. He respects. I know he'll have a lot of respect for this team. I know that he's excited to be mentored by Big Play Slay.
And this is very true. He is super excited. After the Senior Bowl game, they asked, "Hey, Mitchell, who do you model your game after?" Big Play Slay. No Darius. Big Play Slay. And guess what? Who's he about to be learning from? Mr. Leonard.
Big Play Slay. You heard it here first.
Yeah. Slay. Yeah. So yeah, he got the guy he wanted. Now, Lenny, I have a question for you. Do you think Mitchell's going to come in and make an immediate impact?
As much as I want to agree with this, I'm gonna say no. And I'm only saying that because, listen, when you're picked at the NFL drafts, there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to value you a lot. They're going to be like on Twitter going on, "Oh, he's starting over Bradbury. Immediately, he's going to be the best guy out there." Just, you know, he has quickness, he has speed, but you're going against some NFL top receivers. Like, that is like, they ain't college anymore.
Yeah.
This is the pro. That's why I have a feeling his first game as a Bird, it could be a little iffy out there. I'm not gonna lie, he still has a little bit to learn. Like you said, man coverage. He still has a little. He's gonna fit perfectly with zone, but you can't give him too much hope and too much. How what this word? How much? You can't give him a lot of power to himself. Like, he still has a lot to learn. This ain't college anymore. It's the actual NFL. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree to an extent. I think it's going to take him some time to, you know, just like every rookie. I will say this. I think the Eagles make the right pick taking Mitchell. I think his potential is through the roof. I mean, this dude was not really recruited, which is why he went to Toledo. I mean, he didn't have a lot of colleges looking into recruiting him, so he went to Toledo. He took his chances and worked his way up, grinded, like you said, very humbly did it. And ended up being one of the best corners in his class, and even got offers from Bama. Like, he could have transferred to a better school, but he said he took the humble route and stayed to the team that gave him a chance and continued to dominate. So I'll tell you what, I think of just because of the competition he faced in college, for the most part, I think he's going to get off to a slower start, like you said. I think Arnold will actually come in and play better originally, because he is more NFL ready, playing better competition, coached by Nick Saban, who gets his guys NFL ready. But this guy, and he said it himself, coach me hard, and he's not going to back down for nothing, and will be coached hard. And I think it'll take time. I think you got to get him in. I think he's going to play behind Slay and Bradbury still. I know Bradbury doesn't have the greatest resume as of last year, but he does typically bounce back after bad years. So I still think they're going to go with Bradbury. I think he's going to be like maybe our third guy, maybe even our fourth. You know, you still got Kelly Ringo, Ricks,
Say Rogers
now in the mix. So yeah, we're deep there now, and we even got deeper. In my opinion, Howie's best pick of the draft. Talk about taking candy from a baby here. I mean, second round pick. What happened in the second round, Lenny, for the Birds?
Well, let's see. We traded up. We traded with the Washington Commanders for the 40th pick. And you know who we got?
Who did we get?
Cooper the John.
You heard it. The John, baby. We got that John in Philly.
We got the white Jackie Robinson, baby.
Yeah. So that's what the people are saying. I have a little bit to disagree about that, but
Hey,
That's what the people are talking about. I'm gonna get to that, but you continue.
let me tell you, man. This kid, he's a versatile athlete. He's an absolute monster. Whew. He's 6 foot, 203 pounds. And let me tell you something. He can play really good at corner or at safety. You're hearing this right. He could be a corner or a safety for us. He's athletic. He's pretty how would you say this word? Played a lot of sports growing up. So his athletic ability is like really high up there. And to me, I see a lot of potential in him. What about you?
Yeah, like you said, an athlete, and yeah. So like, I mean, Howie traded up 10. Was it 10 picks? Yeah, 10 picks. To get this man with our foes, the Washington Commanders. But guess what? People are questioning why'd they help us out. Do they forget we helped them sneak into the playoffs a few years back by just throwing in the white towel? Jalen Hurts' rookie year and said, you know what? We're gonna play for the draft. We'll give you the free playoff access, and they almost took down the GOAT, Mister himself, Tom Brady. But I agree. This dude's athletic. He's a freak. He can play any position. And he even said it himself. He said, listen, put me on that football field. I don't care where I'm at. I'm playing football. And the reason why I don't believe he's going to be the Jackie Robinson, obviously the odds are stacked against his favor at playing cornerback because out of 64 starting cornerbacks in the NFL, there are 0 white cornerbacks.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, I mean, the odds are stacked against him. Personally, Jumbo Stevo gives him a 25% chance to play corner. I just think his skill set fits more at safety. Like, he just tackles very well. He's very explosive. Like, he just got so much pep in his step, baby. I mean, he's got some wheels too. So yeah, I mean, he was clearly a first round talent. And we stole him. We stole him. So, he broke the Iowa school record for pick sixes last year. So yeah, like I said, I think his skill set fits better at safety. And he's just an incredible ball hawk too. You know what I mean? He's not so good at route reading as well as Mitchell is. Like I said, I just think his skill set fits better at safety. Like I said, so I'm not banking on Cooper to be our 2024 Jackie Robinson.
It's also actually a pretty nice punt returner.
Yeah, he has that in his arsenal.
He's pretty shifty, moves around, which is actually a great thing, a great trait to have these days.
Absolutely.
So,
especially with the new rules, you need to have a good kick returner.
You
do. Which we also may have gotten later in the draft. But yeah, so that was our second round steal. We got Jalix Hunt in the second round, round 4, pick 127. What do you think about that pick?
He's a pretty fast guy. He's also he's 6'4", 252 pounds. Played safety before. Now he's an edge and an outside linebacker.
This is huge.
I saw some highlights out of him. Dude, this man is explosive.
Yeah. Talk about detonating the bomb.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Listen, when I'm telling you this dude is muscly, absolutely built, I'm telling you, this man is triple the size of me and quadruple the size of Steven.
I'm going to say quintuple. He's being generous, but I'm going to be real.
Well, I'm not going to lie, but what do you think about Jalix Hunt?
Personally, in my opinion, probably the best pick in the draft.
Really?
As far as potential. Why? Because like Lenny said, this dude is an absolute tank of a player. This dude is massive, right? This dude is one hell of a guy. Like he said, I think the most important thing that he just brought up was previously a safety, but transferred to an edge. What does Vic Fangio love to do? He loves to put his edges out in coverage. This guy is going to have that versatility to do that. This guy is fast, like he said, quick, explosive. Not only can he get to the quarterback, he can get to them receivers, those tight ends, and lock them down, baby. This guy can cover, okay? Like I said, I think this guy is the most potential. Now, problem is, played in East Jabib, Houston Christian. Did total 13 sacks last year, which is worth noting, but not going against. He's playing amateur hour. You know what I mean? He's not playing against the top of the list. But I'll tell you what, if they can figure out, they can get this guy's full potential out of him. I'll tell you what, steal the draft right here. But anyways, I think we can talk about the rest of the picks. And so who else the Eagles got?
In the fourth round, we got Will Shepley, running back from Clemson. Man, as much as I've seen in his highlights, this man is 5'11", 206 pounds, and an absolute explosive running back.
Mm-hmm.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. If you get a chance, search up Will Shipley's highlights in Clemson. This man loves absolutely running and jumping. His hurdling is absolutely beast. Bro sees a player coming out, he jumps. Absolute monstrosity. But he is definitely explosive, shifty, and he's actually a pretty nice punt returner. And I'm gonna state a fact here. Maurice Drew Jones said that the Eagles got an absolute steal with this guy.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he was a good pick. I think I heard a lot of overreaction saying he's gonna take okay, I'm having a brain fart. What's his name?
Gainwell?
Yeah, Gainwell spot. Not happening, guys. This guy's strictly coming in to be a Swiss Army knife. Maybe you need an explosion on running back. You know what I mean? Maybe Barkley's out of play. Okay, put him in, coach. But I think this guy's strictly going to be a special teams guy, tracking down the ball or tracking with the ball. So yeah, good pick. Also got Anais Smith out of Texas A&M, but we were not done chopping off some of them Clemson Tigers. We picked Jeremiah Trotter Jr. with the 155th pick in the 5th round and give him the homecoming he's ever so wanted. The Chop Selly is coming to a stadium near you. You may know his father, right, Lenny?
Yes, sir. Jeremiah Trotter Sr., who played 8 seasons as a Bird in the 2000s. He was part of the 1998 drafted in the 3rd round pick, number 72. The X Chop is back, baby. Whew. Nice little homecoming for him. It was actually the pick that a lot of Eagles fans wanted. They wanted him home. And guess what? He's home, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him, baby.
We got him. I mean, as much as it looked like for the slightest chance maybe he wasn't going to be picked because Eagles kept trading, kept dropping. Let me tell you something. We still got Jeremiah Trotter. And it was I'm pretty sure I called it out with you.
Yeah,
hey, we're gonna snag him.
Yeah, it was talked about when you still had a few linebackers out there. It was a thought.
But
yeah,
it's good to see that he's home. I'm glad of that.
Also snag Trevor Keegan, Johnny Wilson, and Dylan McMahon. So those are the later round guys. Maybe they can make some noise. But to cap this off, Lenny, what grade are you giving Howie?
A+, baby.
A+?
Yeah.
I honestly was debating this a lot. I was thinking A-, but I truly don't see how this could have gone better. Exactly. So I'm gonna give it an A+ too. Maybe an A because I'll be humble and say no. Fuck it, A+, baby, 100% on the test, baby.
And you know what they were graded? A+, baby.
I mean, are we professionals in the flesh over here? I mean, come on, baby. This is why you got to watch the Most Valid Podcast right now. But anyways, that's going to be enough for the Birds. It is time for the Sixers, my favorite.
Yes, sir. Yes, come on, baby. Come on. You already know what time it is. It's the 76ers, baby. Yeah.
Assume the position.
Hey.
Assume the position.
Hey.
Assume the position.
Okay.
Assume.
Ow.
Yeah.
No, stop. Please. I have children.
Who's the worst player on the Sixers?
Tobias. Anyways, guys.
So Amos Stevo is back after that comment. And today, I am having immense internal pain on the left side of my chest due to the frustration and stress of being a Sixer fan for the last 8 years. Absolutely disgusting. We are not the Philadelphia 76ers. We are the Philadelphia 70-suckers. We suck. Right, Lenny?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
We stink.
Yeah.
We're booty cheeks.
Sixers now are down 3-1 to the New York Knicks. Without Julius Randle. Without Mitchell Robinson for Game 4. This is embarrassing, guys. Only one person has ever come back from being down 3-1 ever in NBA history. That is my glorious king, LeBron James. There's a lot to talk about here. And I just need to breathe the first second after that because it's going to get worse throughout this segment. Lenny, Sixers are down 3-1. Played 3 games this week. Let's go one by one. How was the first game? Game 2.
Game 2, I mean, at first, man, right off the bat, we kind of just looked like we were a little lost out there. Not to lie. You know, points were going back and forth. Shots were missing left and right. Easy layups, man. Easy layups. Man, can't even talk about Tobias these days. He's just not doing his job right now, man.
Don't say his name.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You can only if it's in bad terms, please.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. In the first quarter, we were up. And we looked good for about a couple of minutes. Mm-hmm. Maybe a couple of seconds.
We looked good? Everyone on the team looked good?
I mean.
Sorry. I'll take it easy. But yes, not we. Joel Embiid looked good, scoring 12 of the team's 25 first quarter points. And there was questions after he absolutely detonated OG Anunoby. Put him on a poster. Stamped. Yep. Put it on a t-shirt, baby. So yeah, there was questions after he came down, hobbled on his knee. And what did you just pick up? Assume the position.
Yo.
Assume the position. Who is the worst player in the league?
Tobias.
Okay, thank
Harris.
You. Sorry. Emo Stevo has a temper. But anyways, yes, the Sixers and Embiid carried. But guess what, guys? The moral of the series, when this guy goes to the bench, we cannot stop anything. We cannot stop Captain Hook. Okay, it's a cakewalk for the Knicks. I mean, we're terrible, guys. It's terrible. And Jalen Brunson started to find his stroke when Embiid went to the bench. He shot only 8 for 29 on the night. But guess what? We couldn't stop him with Embiid on the bench, and he cooked. The whole team cooked. It was just the moral of the story. And guess what, guys? It was rough for most of the game. We even trailed 79-74 at the end of the third. So yeah, it was tough game to watch. But how did the game end, Lenny?
Not good. And ended with a lot of questionable calls, including a lot of questionable calls for the Sixers players themselves.
Yeah, there was a lot of question, and I have a lot to talk about, a lot of frustration to let out about that. But previously, before that, Embiid was cooking Isaiah Hartenstein. I mean, absolutely embarrassing him. Money in the bank from the mid-range. I mean, just absolutely taking him to prom. Shimmy, shimmy, yay, shimmy, yah. In the bank, baby. Cashing so many mid-range J's, getting him into some foul trouble, pump faking the life out of him. So yeah, but that's how we stayed afloat. The story of the series for the Knicks, I mean, picking up the phone for the role players, just answering the call after not being dialed all year. Bojan Bogdanovic cashing in 3 consecutive threes. I mean, just keeping the Knicks afloat. And then Maxey ended up doing some heavy lifting for us, just penetrating the paint. And the Knicks just couldn't stop it with Embiid helping with some pick and roll action. But with just a minute left in the game, Maxey absolutely cashed a 3 off the feed from Embiid, a silencer of a 3, a crowd showstopper, silenced the Knicks to put us up 5 with a minute left. And with less than 30 seconds left, Jalen Brunson couldn't hit the broadside of a barn all game, chucks up a desperation 3, and gave the Sixers some PTSD, a Kawhi-esque bounce, and the 3 drop. Even Jalen Brunson was shocked. The look on his face, huh? Like that. He was shocked it went down. So you put them down 2. And what happens next? If you're a Knicks fan, it's the greatest thing you ever seen. But like I said, if it's the Sixer fan, it's 10 seconds of your life you wish you was never there, erased. Kyle Lowry passes the ball into Maxey. Maxey is yanked, thrown to the ground, pounced on. Nick Nurse calls timeout before the ball's inbounded. Isn't rewarded for either of those timeouts. And guess what? Who comes up with the ball? Who else besides Josh Hart, the heart crusher, no pun intended, snags the ball, dishes it to DiVincenzo, shoots the three, and bricks. But guess what? We're the Philadelphia 76ers. We don't know how to rebound in crunch time. Who comes in and saves the day? Isaiah Hartenstein, who was just taken to prom by Joel Embiid, just put his nuts on Embiid's head, grabbed the board, dished it out to OG. OG dished it out to Dante DiVincenzo. I mean, you can't give a shooter a second chance, and he banks it. And guess what? We fall. So, gave us some PTSD flashbacks. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it sucks. We went down 2-0 in the series. Lenny, thoughts?
Not good. As me and Steven watched that game and watched those final seconds countdown and realized that Knicks went up 2-0. Let me tell you something. Steven himself went to a mental depressional state, took a lot of drugs. He's not himself anymore. It's not him. And me, myself, could not stand to watch another minute of anyone's face. Depressing. That's all I gotta say. Absolute depression.
I am depression. I am Spain without the S. This is what the Sixers have caused to me. The Knicks put a Howie Roseman move and robbed us of a game in Game 2 in MSG, which was ear-piercing, which is the most deafening sound for Sixer fans. But shortly after the game, the Sixers filed for grievance and were proven correct. There were 2 missed foul calls on the Knicks at the end of the game and 2 missed timeout calls. It doesn't get more evident than that. And what does the NBA do? Oh, yeah, you were right, but guess what? Nothing happens because that's how life is. Life is unfair. And like the Rolling Stones used to say, you can't always get what you want. We didn't get what we wanted. So the Sixers fall down 2-0 and bring the series back to Philly. Excuse me. And I'll tell you what, at this point, you feel like a full water balloon at this point. So much pressure and just ready to pop. So, Lenny, how did Game 3 start off for the Philadelphia 76ers?
Well, let me tell you. First, I had some hope because Embiid said, we know what we got to do. We are not losing at home. And you know how that made me feel? Man, it gave me a lot of hope.
I'll tell you what, there was some hope instilled in me after I saw Embiid's post-game interview after Game 2. He said, we ain't losing this series. We're the better team. You're right, Joel. You are. How'd that go for Game 3, though?
Game 3, we came there. We are at the Wells Fargo Center, baby. We are home.
At the home.
Let me tell you, the Philadelphia Sixers fans, they came and they showed up that night.
They popped out to the crib.
All love to you guys.
Yes.
Y'all came in there. Y'all made sure that the Knicks know where the hell they are at.
Thank you, Phillies. We love you.
We absolutely love you guys. Game 3, everybody. Embiid. Tobias. Oubre. Maxey. Lowry.
Better.
Batum. Payne. They all knew that they had to win this game.
It was a must-win scenario for the Sixers. Lenny, did they seize the moment?
At first, it looked like the Knicks were taking it over. It looked like the Sixers were lost in the beginning.
Who came up and sparked some life in this team in the second quarter?
Cam Payne.
Dancing Queen! Or should I say Dancing King? This man doesn't take a shot pre-game. He works on his dance moves.
Bro, this man loves listening to music. I'm going to tell you something. When me and Steven went to, what was it, the Sixers and Heat game. Yeah, bro. Man, big Jumbotron, you know what we saw? Cam Payne.
Yeah, Cam Payne.
You know what he was doing? He wasn't shooting.
No.
Man was popping off to his music.
Yeah, man was dancing with the stars.
Man was absolutely going off.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this dude is always positive. Like, if he knows that he has to go out there, he will show up. And let me tell you something. In the second quarter, he came in and immediately he made an impact.
He did, banging 3 threes, giving us life. And like Lenny said, we were lifeless. Hope was not on the Sixers side. Even had some boos raining down in Philly. But Yes, Campaign came in, and I agree with Lenny. I love his energy, and even said after the game, energy costs nothing. So guess what? I'm
Exactly.
going to go out there and give it my all. And guess what? He gave it everything we needed and propelled us to get within striking distance in the second. And it was close at halftime. But you know what? Thank you, Campaign, for your efforts. But there was no man who propelled us more than the man, Joel Embiid. The process took him a little bit to process in this game, but I'll tell you what, the process was completed in the third quarter. Lenny, how was the third quarter for Joel Embiid?
Man, let me tell you something. This man came, left no crumbs, destroyed everything in its path, and scored everything.
Oh my, did Embiid stroke that thing better than ever in the third?
He knew. He knew that he had to go out there and give it his best. He knew that he just had, let's see, 2 quarters remaining. And he knew that he had to absolutely come in and destroy the Knicks and destroy Brunson. And that absolute scum on that face, Mitch Robinson,
Harris.
Harvenstein.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
What you said?
Nothing.
Tobias did a point during that quarter.
He did a what?
He did. He made a.
He made a point. The point is he sucks. But yes, like Lenny said, Embiid absolutely showed up, and just like your check every week, money in the bank. 18 points in the third, and cashed 4 threes, and just sunned Brunson on one of them. Unfazed, shot it over his dome, and cashed it. He was red hot, and guess what? No looking back for the Sixers as they took the game and won 125-114 and carried that momentum throughout the whole game. And Embiid was unstoppable. And you know what he did? The Knicks seemed a bit hungry during the game. And Embiid provided and served them a ice cold 50-piece nug for them. Yeah, 50 ball, right? Lenny, 50 ball, 50 nugs on the cabeza. Thoughts?
Legend.
Legend.
MVP himself. He's right
legend. There. Mm-hmm. Now, there was some controversy in this game with Embiid grabbing the legs of Mitchell Robinson as he went up and did not play in Game 4 with an ankle injury. And the time of the injury is unknown, but very well could be in that moment. Personally, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I will say this, and I'm just going to be blatant. I think Embiid was lucky to not be ejected. But the Knicks were lucky in Game 2. So, you know what? Guess what? We'll call it spade.
Karma's a bitch.
Bam.
Get
Karma
used
is
to
a
it.
mirror. And guess what? You got to look it right in the face.
Bro, did you just quote Taylor Swift?
What?
Taylor Swift, sponsor us, please. Travis Kelce. Jason Kelce, please.
Don't make me rip out the spoon again.
Thank you.
Do not. She's from Philly, though, so hopefully she's doing well.
You want to know about
but she's a Chiefs fan right now, so don't make me whip out the spoon.
No, you want to know a little fun fact in the third quarter?
What happened?
Game 3? Philadelphia's 43 points and 21 possessions. We're the second most efficient quarter for any team in any game this season.
Mm-hmm.
That's regular season, that's playing, or playoffs.
It felt that way, guys. It really did feel that way. Like, just watching the game, like Embiid, like, you know, the Knicks were hitting some threes, but anytime that they would hit something, we would answer the call right away. And most of the time it was Embiid just dominating. But you know what? Just honestly, besides Embiid, not a lot of guys else helping the cause. Just a lot of Embiid, 50 points, 50 out of 125. I mean, we're talking about almost half the points there. I mean, the role players got to get going here. But let's not get too high off our horses, and let's talk about Game 4 here. Lenny, Game 4 tipped off 1 p.m. on Sunday. That was earlier today at the Wells Fargo Center.
Man, I'm surprised you were awake. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, guys, I am a late riser. I am not the guy that likes.
Man, I had to text this man. I was like, "You awake? You watching the game?"
I had work, so I was up, but I am not a early bird going for the worm type of guy. No. But guys, Lenny. So watching the game was a little inconsistent for me because I was working. But so Lenny, how did Game 4 go for us?
So first, you got to keep it in fact that Mitch Robinson was out. So who was going to be covering Embiid? That was the biggest thing that the Knicks had to worry about. Some random dude, which I will absolutely not name his name because I'm gonna butcher it as hard as anything in the world.
Hartenstein.
Yeah, that's the name.
Mm-hmm.
But my English needs to get a little better these days.
Poquito.
But let me tell you, before the game 4 even started, a lot of Sixers fans know that they needed to expect more from Tobias, Kelly Oubre, and Kyle Lowry. Oh,
Everybody, the whole team,
the whole team,
everyone
because
besides the man named Joel Embiid.
let me tell you something. Beginning of the first quarter, by the end of it, we let off. We were on the lead by 10. It's not that bad for first quarter. But let me tell you something. This is what I saw. Looks like the Knicks were a little bit like hustled out there. Like, I don't know, tired. They seemed
Gassed.
confused, gassed. There you go. Like something wasn't clicking in the beginning. Their momentum was not there.
Yeah.
But the Sixers, my apologies. Oh, can't believe I just did that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. I mean, right now, maybe I wish I was a Knicks fan.
Let me tell you something. The Sixers, they were going at it. The Sixers, I mean, come on. Tobias was making points, for God's sakes. I mean, it looked like he was about to have the greatest game of his life in the beginning of that first quarter. It looked well.
Until it didn't.
Let me tell you something that I found. I was looking at this game. Anytime DiVincenzo or Brunson, they shot for like a 3-point. No, dude, they just let them shoot. And a part of me was like, "Oh my God, please miss!" But immediately I was calling. I was like, "Buckets, it's in." And you know what? I wish I wasn't right, but everything was just going in no matter where they were shooting at. But for the Sixers, Embiid shooting 3, Max shooting 3 in the first quarter, nothing seemed to be working out during the first quarter.
It was a brick fest.
It was an absolute brick fest. The only thing they can rely on is easy field goals, easy layups, easy stuff like that. Free throws, too.
We were building some houses.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
and you know what? Like I said, I wasn't fully locked in on this game because I had some business to attend, literally. And the Sixers blew a huge opportunity to tie the series up and have a chance. And they fall to the Knicks 97-92. And what a collapse. What a hectic game. Honestly, I'm pissed, to be honest with you guys. And I'm about to go off pretty soon on a few things. And I don't have much to specifically say about the game besides it was just the typical game of the series so far. Hectic, like I said at first. Sixers got up at first. Both teams not coming out to the strongest start, but the Sixers taking a lead. But what happens when Embiid goes to the bench? We can't stop a parked car. We are horrendous. And guess what? Like Lenny said, was there anybody on Brunson tonight? I understand Kelly Oubre was running for his life, chasing him around. But I mean, this dude is just too quick for Tsunami Poppy.
Let me tell you something. They tried putting Tobias on him.
Yeah, no, yes.
Come on now.
Yeah. I'd rather have Sketch on him. I mean, come on, bro.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Who I just found out was a human this week. But
what's up, brother?
But yeah. But yes, like Lenny said, no answer for Brunson. He dropped a career playoff high, 47 points, and honestly was just the Sixers' demise in this game. They had 97 points. He had 47 of them. He's a beast. And honestly, you tip your cap to him. Brunson, congratulations. He is a Birds fan, so you know what? I have the slightest bit of respect for him because guess what? We're both going to be cheering on the same football team in September through February, so respect to you, buddy. But guess what, guys? I understand there's going to be a lot of haters on Joel Embiid, and I'm going to get to what I dislike about him, but there is not much else you can ask this man to do as far as play. I understand he passed up a wide-open mid-range jumper and absolutely just bricked a slightly contested layup. Some would say a boneheaded play. This is the 11th time in Joel Embiid's career where he's lost a postseason game. And he's had a positive plus-minus, meaning when he's on the floor, we win. We are winning this game. If Joel Embiid played 48 minutes, we win this game. Obviously, he's not capable to do that. But when Joel Embiid's on the floor, we are plus 34, meaning we are winning by 34 points. When he is off the floor, minus 37. There is nobody in the NBA that has that stat line. Nobody in the NBA ever. Okay? This man it's unacceptable. Of course, a lot of Sixers like to point to Embiid because he's the star player. I understand. Fourth quarter, I don't know if he's made a field goal all series. I know today he didn't. He had like 1 point, I think, off a free throw. He's got to be better in crunch time. But what else do you want this man to do? He's playing on one leg, one eye, one half of a face. I mean, it's unacceptable. The role players got to get going. Like I said, I have a problem with him. I'm going to get to. But my biggest question is, why does Tobias Harris get minutes?
I don't know. That got me thinking a lot. I don't know. What does Nick Nurse see in him?
Let me tell you something, Lenny. Let me tell you a fun fact. Tobias Harris is the 19th highest paid player in NBA. Now, I'm not even going to talk about how I think he's definitely not even close to the 19th best NBA player in the league. He takes up 30% of our salary cap. 30%. And he's barely shooting over 30% in the playoffs. Okay? He takes up 30% of our salary. And there is only one thing this man is good for. Cookies. And no, I'm not talking about cookies as in the easy steals. I'm talking about crumble cookies, which in my opinion are highly overrated and highly overpriced, like himself. Okay? So this man is no good for nothing. A no good nobody on this team. Sorry, Tobias Harris, but it's just the truth. You're averaging around 8 points in this series. Like, come on, man. Like, I saw a little bit more of aggressiveness today, but dude, you gotta be better. Don't even get me started with Buddy Hield. I mean, dude, like, I get it. You have the yippies, the yappies, you know what I mean? You got the butterflies flapping around the stomach. But dude, you can't buy a basket. This man couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. I mean, he is absolutely bricking for chicken, except no chicken. It's terrible. 0.7 points average in this series. It's terrible. The supporting cast, they are less supporting than when you get a call from the Middle East asking for your IP. That tech support, that is no support at all. That is a scam. And this supporting cast for the Philadelphia 76ers is a scam witch, okay? It's unbelievable. Lenny, final thoughts before I talk about what I'm going to have to say about Embiid.
Let me tell you something. This is when Bogdanovich went down, I saw hope. I saw a little hope saying, oh my God, we're going to win. Their bench players are going out one by one. Oh,
Yeah, you think?
you think that's what I thought? Oh, let me tell you something. When I saw Tobias score points, that also gave me hope. But man, Brunson, like you said, he absolutely manhandled us. Jesus.
I mean, just literally went in a cave and just torched us.
But not just that. The rebounds, guys.
Yeah, terrible. I mean, the Sixers just seem like they forget they're playing basketball late in games. Like, the Knicks' bread and butter is crashing the offensive glass. Guess what? We don't crash the glass at all. It seems like we're allergic to the glass. We stay away from it. It's terrible. And Josh Hart, like, I think 17 rebounds today. This dude couldn't buy a bucket. Guess what? He still changed the game. Crashed the boards. He did what the team needed him to do, and he's a winner right there. And honestly, props to him too. 17 boards. Tip your cap to him.
I swear, every time you saw Brunson shoot and absolutely brinking, you know who was there? Josh Hart. He was there. He beat everyone. He beat the tallest man on the. He was there
every time.
Let me tell you something about Tobias Harris. In these 4 games that he's played, man, you know, you're expecting 18, 20, 25 points from him for the minutes that he has.
I'm expecting something.
He roughly averages 8 to 10 points. He averaged 8 to 10 points in these last 4 games.
I believe it was exactly 8.8.
Yes.
8.8. Come on, dude. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, I'll tell you what. You put me out there, I'm taking 10, 15 shots a game. I'm putting up that much, them stats, and I'm not getting paid a thousandth of what he's getting paid. So, it's horrendous. And honestly, guys, it's same shit, different season. And honestly, I don't know when the mentality of this team is going to change. You think bringing in a new coach is going to do it? You think bringing in some role players is going to do it? Like I said, same book, different chapter, guys. It's horrendous. And the series has just played out the same every game. Sixers start off guns a-blazing, hotter than a stepmother's kiss. You know what I mean? They come out hot, and then just slowly throughout the game, the Knicks just take over. The momentum just falls on their side. And you know exactly when that is? When Embiid goes to the bench. Because guess what? We can't stop nothing with Embiid on the bench. Minus 37, like I said.
You know what? Not to cut you off. I'm glad you bring that up. I was going through all the games. In the first 4 games, okay, the 3 games that we lost in the first quarter, we were the ones that were winning.
Yeah, same
The
story.
only game that we won, the Knicks were up in the first quarter.
Hilarious. Makes no sense.
Absolutely no sense.
Yeah, and it's worse because I'd rather that game 3 every game. I don't care if we start off slow, but at the end of the game, let's not play duck goose with the ball and just run around the court, creating no offense and not even letting Embiid touch the ball. Now that's what I'm about to get to. Embiid, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Like I said, there's not much else he can do. But come on, man. Like, you ever seen like the meme? Like, come on, do something with a dead fish.
Yeah.
Like, put Joel Embiid there in the final 2 minutes of the game for that dead fish.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he doesn't even go for the ball. Like, Joel Embiid, we know you got heart. We know you got talent. We know you got toughness. But do you have leadership? You keep thinking it's the same shit, different year. Like, you keep adding pieces. You keep changing. Like, what's been the common denominator here? Joel Embiid. And I will have your back like nobody else. I'm your ride or die fan. But guess what, big fella? You need to be better in crunch time. The greats. That's when they're made. You know what I mean? Like we just play scared. We just become deer in headlights. We look lost. We don't know where the ball's going, who the ball's going to, and what to do. And Joel Embiid just kind of sits there and lets it happen. He only like gets the ball when it's over at that point. And like I said, he did have a boneheaded play and just bricked the layup. But like I said, you got to be more aggressive in crunch time. I want you to yell for the ball. If not, I want you to orchestrate the offense, set some screens. I noticed on like 2 or 3 of the drives in the last few drives of the game, he's just sitting on top of the key, like I guess you could say waiting for the ball. But dude, when you're the MVP, the star player of your team, that ball has to touch your hands. You know how plays happen? You give it to your star players. They're star players for a reason. They make plays. They make things happen. When you don't have the ball, Joel Embiid, you can't make that happen. Embiid stated after the game how disappointed he was in the Sixers fans for letting the Knicks take over the arena late in the game. And boy, they did. But Joel, I love you, big fella. Like I said, you're the reason I started watching basketball, and no one's going to have your back as much as I do. But come on, bruh. I mean, somebody give this man a mirror so he can see himself in it for the first time. You want us to show up so we can get our hearts broken time and time again, so we can witness collapse on an every game basis. I mean, maybe if this team had more heart, we'd show up when it matters most. He said he was tired of the excuses. He said, we're tired of losing. We've been in the playoffs for 7 straight years, maybe 8, and have nothing to show for it. Not even a conference finals appearance. So I understand your frustration. I understand how embarrassing that is. Because no matter what, guess what, Joel Embiid, you're getting paid to go out there and play basketball. So yeah, you should be motivated to go out and play. You shouldn't feel the pressure as much as we do. But guess what? We have to go pay to pay our hard-earned money to go see you play. And guess what? We're gonna pay, for all we know, something to leave us feeling like this. We're gonna pay to see that. I'm sorry, not gonna happen. But I have one more thing to say before I end this Sixers topic. I stand on business, Lenny. Okay? I'm a Sixers fan, ride or die. So you know what I'll say? Knicks, tricks, play for clicks, full of chopsticks.
Hey, yo.
Suck our dicks.
Oh.
Sixers in 7, baby. Fuck it.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
And that I might get clowned for that, but I stand on business.
You know what? You stand on business, I stand on business too. So you know what? Let me call out Tobias Harris, man. Let me tell you something. I voluntarily wear your jersey. I voluntarily look like a clown wearing your jersey for you.
He does.
And this man clowns me.
Yep.
And everybody clowns me. But let me tell you something.
This man loves it.
I will wear your jersey. Let me tell you, I always see hates out there. People telling me how dog shit you are. Instagram comments saying, why does this dude even play? Let me tell you something. If Nick Nurse puts you out there, Do something, man.
Mm-hmm.
You look lost.
Yep.
You're like a fish out of sea.
Mm-hmm.
You're just flapping around like, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Go out there and give it your 100%, man. That's all I'm asking for. Just go out there and do everything you can. Don't look lost. Don't look nervous. Man, you make a lot of money. You get paid a lot of money. Man, you wish you got paid that much money?
Wish, huh? I would take a portion of his paycheck and I'd be smiling. But you know what, Lenny? You're 100% right. And besides all the jokes with Tobias Harris, like, you're right. Like, I don't care. You go out there and brick 5 shots or whatever. I want you to go out there and just give it everything you got. I mean, like Lenny said, bro, you don't know. You might not have it tomorrow. You know what I mean? Nothing in this life is promised. So guess what? You look like that. You honestly, you know what he looks like? He looks like like a spoiled little brat out there. And what he is, he's overly paid and he's underperforming. Dude, we get it. Maybe you're not as good as your paycheck says. Forget it. At least give us that fulfillment and effort. Go out there, crash the board. Go get some rebounds. You know what I mean? Go put a body on somebody. Make hard. I don't even care. Hard foul somebody. Like, you just look like a wimpy little dog out there. You know what I mean? Out in the wilderness. You know what I mean? Like, it's disgusting to watch. And
Prove
honestly,
them wrong.
it's the whole team.
Prove the haters wrong, man.
It's the whole team. No heart. And no heart, and they have Josh Hart, who gives them a lot of heart. So they have a heart, and they take our heart. So heart for a heart there. But honestly, that's all I have for the Sixers. Season's on the line Tuesday, and maybe we'll be talking next week about the offseason and have a lot to talk about that. But keep your head up, Sixers fans. Sixers and 7. So let's go, baby. Time for the Phils, though, Lenny. How we got with the Phils?
The Phils. First up, we're going to talk about them. They're on the road, and first up they played is the Reds.
Yeah.
At first it looked like it was a nice little win, and then suddenly Tuesday and Wednesday we started absolutely losing.
Yep.
But it became a nice little win, and we tied 2-2. Actually, isn't that bad? Anything you got to think about that, the Reds?
Well, the Red series was a bit up and down, but I'd say for the most part was positive. I guess there were some good things to take out of it, but before, just a little recap: the Phils are on fuego in April. They are 19-10 on the season, best start to the season since 2011, and 18 of those 19 wins are in the month of April. So yeah, April's being nice to the Phils right now. They're 11-2 in their last 13 games. And like Lenny said, yes, the Phillies did go road tripping this week, played in Cincinnati and San Diego. And yes, like Lenny said, they went 2-2 with the Reds. Harper displayed some daddy strength after coming off the paternity list for the second time of his career. And both times, back-to-back games, hits ding-dongs and, yes, smacked the ball out the park. Ooh. Yeah, man. So he's got some dad strength. So, Harper, have some more kids, man. We like seeing them ding-dongs.
Congratulations,
okay?
By the way.
Congratulations, by the way. Yes, Harper. We love you, man. But yeah, hitting was icy hot in the Red series. Pitching was, for the most part, pretty solid. And by the way, Ranger Suarez has just been phenomenal. Another shutout game against the Reds. He's making it look like child's play out there. Easy peasy cake for him. Bullpen was good overall. Had one horrendous game. But yeah, it was a decent series. Tied the season series, so not bad about it.
Not bad. And then went over to San Diego Padres and absolutely swept them.
Yep.
Burned it. Left it. Whew.
Yep.
Nothing. There. Basura.
We're out, baby. We were sweeping.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And, nice little guy made his debut.
Yes. Tajon Walker made his first appearance of the season, baby. Actually today. And a little shaky. Velocity was not that high, but higher than expected. He was dealing a little bit today. But you know what? Came out with the victory. But like Lenny said, yes, it's been a hitting parade for the Phils against the Padres. They must like that San Diego Heat over there because they are smacking the ball out the park. 9 homers in the series. What a fucking dominant stretch. And for the starting pitchers too. Oh my business, baby. They are dealing.
And you know what with all those homers they hit? Oh. They're tied in second right now with the teams with the most home runs.
Seriously?
37.
Seriously?
Yes, sir.
Seriously?
Yes, sir.
Really?
But yes, as you can see, the Phillies are having a absolutely great time on the road right now.
Yeah.
And versus the Angels coming up.
Mm-hmm. And the Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, they play the Giants at home and finish their road trip against the Angels for going to the hometown Millville hero around here, Mike Trout's home stadium. Yeah, but like you know what I really like about this team. Last thing I want to say about the Phillies before we talk about their week coming up. I love this team, to be honest with you. Like it's honestly like the vibes are just great. Like you see the Brandon Marsh and Bryson Stott at the end of every game.
Oh yeah,
pouring water after every win. Like honestly, it feels like a family. Like watching the team. Like the Phillies vibes have been good, but never early like this in the season.
Dude, their chemistry right now.
They seem locked in.
Yes.
Like the Phillies just usually never get going until June. Like I said, best start they've had to a season since 2011, which was a phenomenal team. And like I said, just when two guys aren't hitting well, the other seven are. They're just a great team. They pick up the slack from others. And one player that's just been outstanding, I mean, an MVP conversational person right now, Alec Boehm has been on another level right now, batting .365 with 1.056 OPS, which is both tied for fourth in the MLB best right now. Ringing the bell, baby.
Numbers don't lie, guys. Stats, all valid. Numbers do not lie.
Yep. And like he said, playing the Angels at their home and then the road trip, and then the Giants. I think we can handle the Angels pretty fairly easily. I mean, honestly, they got Mike Trout, and as far as our lineup goes, that's about it. Pitching, if they're just a mid kind of team, subpar. So we should handle business pretty well there to end the road trip. Another warm weather team. The Phillies love smacking the ball when they are comfortably temperature wise, and they come home and play the Giants, who decent team, decent pitching. Lineup is So I'm not gonna lie, the way this Phillies team is pitching the ball right now, I don't even know who can hit them. You know what I mean? The starters have been absolutely lights out. But bullpen has been, up and down. But the team has honestly just played overall very well. I don't have any complaints with this team right now. And like I said, you guys overreacted way too early. So like I said, team is doing very well right now, and I think as expected. And,
yeah, they look pretty solid right now. And hopefully they keep it that way.
So can't wait to talk about the Phillies next week. Maybe the only Philly team in action next week. But Flyers, guys, not much to bring up here. Obviously, recap the season last week. Got the draft coming up in about 2 months. They have 2 first-round picks and currently slotted for their first one in the number 12 spot. Have a 2.5% chance to get the first pick with the lottery, statistically, but logically, legally, 0%. Because the NHL made a rule about 2 years ago that you can only move up a maximum of 10 spots, and we're in the 12th spot, so mathematically we can only reach the second spot, which we have about a 5% chance to get. So 2 months till the draft. I think the lottery's in about a few weeks, so we'll know more about that. I'll tell you what, there's a lot this team needs. I would say estimate we're probably about 2 years away from being a real contender. But I definitely overexceeded expectations this year, so maybe they'll prove me wrong. But that's all I got for the Flyers this week.
That was a nice little fun fact. I actually never knew about the whole lottery system that the hockey does.
Yeah, NBA does it too. The draft. Yeah, it's kind of like bingo. They got all the balls and like the little John.
Are you fucking serious?
No, seriously. Like it's.
Dude, I gotta search this up later.
It's a bunch of balls just flying around everywhere. I mean, who doesn't love balls flying around?
It kind of looks like how you did the fantasy draft thing.
Yeah, So it's basically that.
If you have a chance to show the clip of how that happened.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you. And now, by the way, it's not going to look like Jumbo Stevo, but roll the clip.
Roll the clip.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 2023-2024 Fantasy Football Draft Lottery. I'm very excited for this, and just for this occasion, I bought what's going to determine our draft order and our conferences.
Man, this dude was bald. Bro was my ball sack on a good day. Oh,
so nice to have this back, baby. Oh, shit, lush.
He looked like
luscious locks.
He looked like a skinny Gru from Despicable Me.
I'm not gonna lie, that was good. I did look like Gru. Yeah,
but
with my QB1 jersey on under that. Don't miss that out, okay? Don't forget about it, baby. Represent.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the Flyers.
It for the Fly guys, yeah.
But
On
now
to the
we're
Union.
going to talk about the Philadelphia Union, who they were at home on Saturday. They played against Real Salt Lake, and unfortunately, we took our first L and at home. Let me tell you something. It was a whole year since we took a loss.
Really?
Yes.
Sarah?
A lot of people did not know that, but yeah. Fortunately, a late goal by Salt Lake in the 89th minute ruined our hopes and dreams of keeping that undefeated status. So the Salt Lake won 2-1. But
damn those salty lakes.
Yeah. On the bright side, Daniel Gazdag ties with Sebastian Latux with the record of most goals for the team in all competitions with 56 goals.
Time out. We forgot something. Duh.
Though
they don't deserve it, losing their first game in
unfortunately,
but you know what? It's okay.
We still love you guys. But back to it, Daniel Gazdag tying that record. By the way, it took 8 years for anyone to get close. 8 years. By the way, Sebastian Latux, he's one of the original players of the Union.
You said 8 years?
Yes.
Wow, in 8 years, the Sixers haven't even made it to the conference finals. So I'll tell you what, that's a long time.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah, but like I said, Sebastian Latux, one of the original Union players.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, a lot of people are hating Daniel Gazdag because most of his goals are unfortunately penalty kicks. But I ain't a hater.
Hey,
you score, you score.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, baby.
A goal is a goal,
Shit,
man. A lot of people just gotta accept that. A goal is a goal, and
Yeah. What are they saying? He's a free throw merchant? Come on, bro.
I'm glad he's up there. He's actually a solid player. It's actually a little back heel goal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Nice. Nice little Gazdag golazo.
Yeah, little Gazdag goal. But unfortunately, something I do want to talk about is Union goalkeeper Andre Blake. Forgettable return from his latest groin injury. He played all the 90 minutes, making only 2 saves, fortunately. And the 2-1 loss to Real Salt Lake, which, by the way, Salt Lake scored twice, despite an expected goal tally of 0.48 according to advanced statistics, man.
What?
Yes.
Are you serious? What are the odds of that? 0.08, I guess.
But post-game interview, Blake said that just didn't want to talk about where he was health-wise.
Yeah.
He acknowledged the groin injury and his recent injury struggles that he's been having. And he said it's something he's going to have to deal with. But I think that if I was Blake himself, I almost said Drake.
If I was Drake, I dropped the diss track.
Yo, facts. If I was Blake, I would take some time off because letting tap in goals easily, which is how we lost, is not a good thing. And I think that our backup goalkeeper, Oliver Sumlin, he can come in right now. He's doing pretty good. I think.
Yeah, he was talking about a few weeks ago.
Yeah. He's pretty solid dude. Nice. He goes out there, always plays with his heart, which is what we expect from a lot of Sixers players. But we're done with that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
maybe forever too.
Fortunately, with that loss, we're 7 in the standings. Lost our first home game of the
we
year.
dropped a lot.
Not undefeated. On the bright side, the Union tailgate grand opening was beautiful.
Oh, was it? Good.
Yeah,
I heard that.
It looked pretty nice.
Uh-huh.
It looks pretty stable. Of course, they had their little VIP meeting with the players going in first time. It looks nice.
Getting sauced over there. Yep.
Hopefully one day. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend, but I'm able to attend and go in and see it myself. I will definitely be recording that for hopefully a future podcast when I go out there. But we are 7 in the standings, and on Tuesday they will home and they will play against the Seattle Sounders, which is a rescheduled match. And hopefully, if I at least get 1 win from either the Union or the Sixers, 2 wins. That would mean a lot to me.
6 and 7, baby. Sticking to it.
Yeah, but and hopefully Daniel Gazdag, hopefully you break the record.
Let's hope so, man. I hope so for him.
But I think that's all that I got for now for the Philadelphia Union. I think that's all we got for
unfortunately, I believe that is all we have for Philadelphia in general, guys.
We'll make sure to have all of our platforms are up around here. Make sure to like, subscribe. Definitely thank you for enjoying us. Thank you for taking the time to listen to us rant.
Sorry, I got a little emotional today. Emo Stevo
Scream.
made his appearance, guys. Hopefully, you never have to see him again.
But also thank you for listening to us. Be very happy with Howie. Absolutely cooking it up this week.
Chef Howie. Man, I love him.
Upcoming, we definitely got some undrafted free agents for the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
A little rookie mini camp, which we have invited
Mm-hmm.
John Ross.
Let's see what you can cook up on the birds, baby.
Let's see if he even makes it. For the Phillies, like we said, Angels, Giants for the Sixers.
Yeah.
It's life or death. Yeah. You guys know this. Just play with your heart out there. Man, it's either gonna, like Steven tells me to say, you just gotta have faith. Just gotta have faith.
And I agree with Lenny. Have faith, Sixers, but to be honest, you might need more than that. You need Jesus at this point.
You're gonna need more than Jesus.
Whatever, we need a miracle. Miracle at MSG on Tuesday night. So, guys, let's hope for it. But that is going to conclude our pod today. Thank you all, like Lenny said, for tuning in. And guys, can't wait to talk to you next week. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm gonna have more on the Eagles and the prospects coming in. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and it was a pleasure speaking to you guys today.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you, Phillies, for tuning in, like we said, and I think that's going to be it, right?
Oh, I think that's going to be it.
Okay, guys. So, thank you guys so much for listening, watching, wherever you're watching from.
Wherever you're doing, whatever you're doing, if you're having a little chaqueta moment.
I am not going to translate that for you guys. Find that on your own. Okay.
But anyway, thank you for listening to us, for watching us, and we all hope you had a great time with us. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace.